Alright guys, welcome back. Sorry for my morning voice. It's 9:30 on a Sunday and it's early for me. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. But we're gonna beat this face so it looks like I got 8 hours of sleep and not 4. Okay, are you with me? So in today's video, the look that I'm going for is like I'm laughing because I feel like I always do like the same thing, but I'm going to use different techniques. I'm going to use like a more dewy base to help me get like a more of a glow. So glowy, nudie lip and like glowy skin, like that's the aim. I did this look last night actually, and I was on my Instagram stories and everybody was like, give me the product, sis. It's the glow for me. I did a little bit of like different things yesterday because I had time. You know when you just get ready, you don't have anywhere to be. I didn't have any photo shoot, no filming, nothing, but I just wanted to get dressed up, and so I took my time. It took me like an hour and a half. My makeup came out perfectly. So I don't know if it'll come out exactly the same because I don't have enough time to just take my time, chill. Anyway, let's get into this makeup look. My skin is already prepped with moisturizer and sunscreen. Please wear sunscreen, SPF, even if you're inside the house, people. Even if it's winter, even if it's overcast, just wear it, please. You need it every day. UV does not care about clouds. It comes through the clouds. Anyway, all prepped. So instead of using my normal Milk Makeup Hydro Grip primer, I'm going to use this new thing that I got from Laneige. Get a little close-up shot of that. Such a cute little pink bottle. And this is a serum primer, and it's glowy makeup serum. So it's hydrating and long-lasting for your makeup wear. So this thing has like, I don't know, can we zoom in on that? Like it has like little specks. Ooh. My period. I'm gonna go see my gynecologist because I typically, you know, the first 2 days are kind of like always like, you know, cramping, whatever. Take some Tylenol, heating pad, you're fine. But I'm just so exhausted lately, like, and the pain, like, it's not pain, it's just cramping, nausea. I don't have an appetite, and I'd love to eat. So I get mad that I can't eat. Okay, so after having it on my skin for a little bit, it feels like a little tacky. So that gives me hope that it's going to grip the makeup when I apply it. And it has a glowing effect to the skin. So I feel like that's accurate in its description of giving you a glow. So we're just gonna go in with my regular routine, which I always put a little bit of translucent powder, and I'm going in with the OG Laura Mercier translucent powder in medium deep. And we're just gonna take my Beaky blender and lightly tap this into my skin. This just gives me a little bit more coverage and helps keep my eyebrows on. Just want to burp. If I burp, y'all, please forgive me. It's not very ladylike of me, but man, gas is real. Oh my gosh, when I was in college, my college crush was over and he was like tickling me. And it was like, and then I farted and I was like, I like stopped. The whole world stopped for like 0.4 seconds. And I looked at him and I was like, I farted. He's like, I know. Like I was so self-conscious. Like my best friend, like to this day, like she doesn't fart in front of her husband. And I'm like, how does that even work? Now we're gonna do brows. You're gonna be so proud of me. I brought everything that I needed for my brows. So Natalie usually has to waddle her way down the hall to my bedroom and get something that I forgot. So we're gonna take my Goof Proof eyebrow pencil, and I'm not using any new products outside of the base, because that's how I was able to feel really good about my makeup application. I wasn't trying anything new, crazy. And I felt confident with all the products that I was using. However, I think I might do an eye today. I know Natalie's wearing a mask, but I know she's like going like, ooh, like this. Her bottom half is covered, but I'm like, I know. Okay, so we talked about gas. We talked about my period. And I was so crazy last week. My period came early. And I think of myself as a pretty level-headed person. But last week, I woke up ready to fight. I woke up mad as F. Like, I was Hulk smash. You know, like, I was angry for no reason. I couldn't understand it. And I was just like so sad and angry. And I'm like, what is wrong with me? Am I going crazy? Like, is this the pandemic? Call it the panty now. Like, I'm just like, I need to call it something else, because the pandemic is just too morbid. It's just, and then my period came. So although like I was angry at seeing, you know, it's Shark Week, blood in the water, you know what I'm saying? But I had relief that there was a reason for my craziness. So I felt good knowing, I'm like, all right, it was just this heifer that was coming through early. She just decided not to tell nobody. I'm Oscar the Grouch, and I'm taking this garbage can with me everywhere. Everywhere. I don't care. Positivity, garbage. Kindness, garbage. Like, I was literally Oscar. And these brows are literally Oscar as well. Have you been watching anything new or good, Natalie?
I watched The Crown.
Oh, okay. The fifth season? It's like the...
I think it's the fourth.
Oh, fourth. Okay, so this is the Diana.
Yeah.
I watched like the first episode, and that was, no, maybe I watched the second. I get triggered watching stuff with Diana. That was like the first huge celebrity death that affected my whole family. My mom loved Princess Diana. Because I shouldn't have known stuff about Diana at that age. Like, I remember watching the Martin Bashir interview when she talked about her marital issues and like bulimia, and then like she had fallen down the stairs and pregnant, and oh man, I just felt your heart broke for this girl who just was like so beautiful. And I already hate Charles. Like, I hated Charles since 95, right? When they got divorced or whatever. And like, especially after she died and how they handled everything. And so even though like last season in The Crown, like you kind of feel bad for Charles, or you have a different perspective about Charles because of how his father treated him and how that horrible experience at that school and how he didn't want that for his children. So you're like, okay, you know, and obviously his kids love him, you know, but Camilla, how? This woman must have like the golden vagina, or I don't understand. I just remember me and my mom being upset about that a lot as a kid. Because it's real, because it's based off reality and someone's real situation. I don't know, it hurts me more. It's not entertaining. And the thing is, I guzzled The Crown when it came out, like all other seasons, but the world was different. So I need a more of an escapism. So honestly, I've been watching like a lot of Disney movies, and I'm watching a lot of old movies that make me feel good, like Sister Act. Sister Act is like one of my favorite movies ever. Like, I highly suggest watching it because it is just good comedy. But I did end up watching this new show on HBO Max. I'm only one episode in, but I like it. because it's a murder mystery thriller, which I love, but it's like comedy. It's like a dramedy. So the girl, it's called The Flight Attendant, first of all. It features the girl from The Big Bang Theory, Penny. She's the main character. She's the flight attendant, and she basically lives like the craziest, most amazing life. You know, she's traveling all over the world, and she's partying, and she drinks a little too much, for my liking. Just, you know, living her best life. But so on a flight to Bangkok, there's this really hot guy in 3C. And he is hot. Like, I've seen him and stuff, and every time I see him, I'm like, he is a really good looking man. So he's the guy in 3C, and he's like looking at, like, her name in the show is Cassie. So Cassie's being a little flirt and giving him an extra drinks and like flirting it up. And the guy, what's it? Alex, that's his name in the show. Alex. He's reciprocating. And so they're not allowed, you know, company policy. You can go out and hang out with the people on the flight. It's not appropriate. But, oh, they hook up on the plane. Like, she's like, hey, meet me. So they do, what is that called? Mile High Club? Yeah, they enter it. You know, I think she was just gonna like leave it. You know, just a little romp on the plane and like be on our way. But he's like, as he's leaving the plane, he's like, here's my card if you want to break the rules. Alex, bad Alex. Okay, so, oh, by the way, spoiler. Don't listen to this, but continue. Just mute me, but keep watching. So she takes the card, and then her flight attendant coworkers are like, you're so bad, you're gonna meet him. And she's like, I'm not gonna meet him. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna meet him. She meets him. She gets all cute, and she like sneaks out of the hotel where they're all staying to go meet Alex for dinner. And Alex picks her up in a Maserati. Alex got money, okay? Alex is tall, he's fine, he got a nice manscaped beard. You know what I'm saying? These are like my favorite things, right? Picks me up. What's her name? Penny/Cassie up in the Maserati, and they have an amazing date. She has a flight the next day back to Korea and then to New York, back home, her base. So they have a crazy wild night, lots of alcohol. There's the problem. Lots of alcohol, and she wakes up and she's like, she's like a really bad, like hungover, blackout drunk. And she's like, Alex, like, what did we do last night? And then she looks at her hand, and there's like blood. She's like, dang, we got wild, you know? And then she turns around. Alex, Michelle Michael Hoodsman, neck sliced right open, blood everywhere. And she's just like, what is going on? What is life? Like, so she's freaking out. She's like, oh my God, like, and then like they're partying, so there's like bottles everywhere, and like she steps on broken glass, so she cuts herself, and then she's like, oh crap, my blood. And so she like starts like clean. She does everything you're not supposed to do. The main thing, she doesn't call for help. She didn't do it, but it just looks really, 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 really bad for her. Okay, that's next. Foundation. So we're gonna go in with my old school fave foundation. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Foundation, and I'm wearing the color 510W. Now this foundation, I would say medium to full coverage. She thick. She thick. Okay, so if you're not into heavy foundations, don't use this, but I love this foundation because it just looks so great on camera. Every time I do a photo shoot, it just like, it's just, I could depend on this. I know it's gonna look great and it's a great match. Okay, so she's freaking out. She's accidentally cleaning up a crime scene. And she's like, I gotta get the heck out. Housekeeping knocks on the door. And she's like, he's sleeping. Don't come in. He's sleeping all right. That forever sleep, you know? She's like, I gotta make it to my flight. I gotta go to work. Like, this girl, she doesn't watch true crime. She leaves the crime scene and she's just freaking out. She, sunglasses, a scarf, like she's trying to hide herself from any cameras. And she's just freaking out. She's just, oh, and before she left, she calls her best friend, I forget her name, Emily maybe, I don't know, who happens to be a lawyer. So she's like, so, what happened to Amanda Knox? She's like, so, she asked her friend, she's like, so did she like clean the crime scene? Or like, she was asking like really stupid questions about Amanda Knox. Like what did she do? Did she call the authorities? Do you remember? And she's like, I don't remember. Like, what are you talking about? So she leaves, she goes back to her her hotel where all her other coworkers are. And she gets dressed and goes to the airport. You know, she's like, I just gotta get out of here. I just gotta get to America. I just gotta get on this plane, get in the air, and I'll be fine. It's hitting the news. It's now making its way back to the States. FBI is involved now. Mind you, they were all over Bangkok, like, just living it up. Like, you know, they have CCTV, like, everywhere. So, she's definitely on some cameras, right? So, she's freaking out. And her friends, her coworkers, like, weren't you flirting with that guy? Like, that's crazy. Like, you didn't, like, hang out with him? Like, she's like, no. Like, why would I? That's against company policy. No, I wouldn't hang out with the hot guy that I hooked up with in, you know, the airplane. No. I was in the room. You never lie. You have to tell the truth. When they land in New York, the FBI wants to speak to the entire, like, flight attendant staff because there's, like, a risk of, like, they want to, like, just, you know, interview everybody who had contact with this guy who's now dead, this American that's now dead. They're, like, you know, asking all the flight attendants to wait at the gate so they can interview. This girl really thinks that she can, like, escape. She just, like, goes the opposite way and she tries to leave the airport. Poor Cassie. Cassie's in a pickle. She, like, what is she gonna do? What is this lady gonna do? They interview the flight attendants. One of the flight attendants doesn't like her. Like, they got beef. And she's in the interview like, she was flirting with him a lot. You should, like, write that down. Like, a lot. Like, this girl got it in for poor Cassie. Her best friend is, like, trying, you know, oh, yeah, they were flirting, but she doesn't help the situation. Everybody just, like, points out, like, she had a lot of contact with this guy. She obviously downplays every interaction that they had. She's like, I mean, yeah, I served him a couple of times and, you know, but they're like, oh, people are saying, like, you were, you know, flirting with him. And, I mean, she's like, it just isn't a good look for her. And they're just like, this is just routine. Why did you run? Like, why did she's like, you know, lying again. And basically she lies and says she doesn't know him. She didn't have any contact with this guy after the plane ride. And yeah, she'll help in any way that she can. She's freaking out. She goes home and she goes drinking, of course. 'Cause that's the right thing to do when you lie to the FBI about being at a crime scene of a man that you just met and slept with. Not a good look, girl. Anyway, it was only the first, I think I watched like a little bit of the second episode. Maybe I'm like going into another part, but I highly suggest watching it. If you're interested in like true, it's not true crime, but like murder mystery, like a good whodunit. But it is on HBO Max, just FYI. So I know like not a lot of people. I think they might do like a like try for free for 7 days. So maybe you could, oh wait, but I don't think the whole season is. Like, it's not like Netflix where a whole season is just out.
I watched The Hump, like in Grey's Anatomy, Jackson.
All right, whew. We're gonna go in with now to set with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Honey setting powder. I am gonna put just a little bit more because I want to do a little bit of color in my eye, and I see other this is what people do. I don't know. We're gonna try it out, just to catch any fallout. I'm gonna go in with my Jackie Aina Anastasia Beverly Hills Palette. I bought this and I've never used it. I just bought it because I love Jackie. Jackie. So that's the palette. And I recently went live with my girlfriend Telly. She is so funny, but she recently did her makeup. I'm like, what are you wearing on your eye? That looks so bomb. And she's like, oh, it's that, what do you call it? Jackie Aina palette. I'm like, really? I had that palette. I should do something with it. I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. I'm just making something happen. I'm gonna finish up my eyes after, just because I want to put highlighter blush on before I do my wings. Okay, so we're going to contour and bronze. We're gonna use this palette, the Glow palette from Revolution Makeup. This is the color Deep. All right, I'm gonna go in and warm up my face with the Mocha Mami bronzer from Fenty Beauty. So I'm going to now add more powder to my face. You thought I'd need more powder? No. I need more powder. I definitely need more powder. But I like using this powder. It's by Sephora, a micro smoothing powder to kind of blend all the powders together. The powder to blend all the powders together. But we're going to also set the face so everything melts together. Stay Spray Double Duty Beauty Tarte Setting Spray. Now, ooh, blush. A Beauty Counter Set and Powder Blush, and the color is called Date. This has been my favorite blush of 2020. Discovered this year. I just love it so much. Now we're gonna go in with highlight. I'm gonna use my Nabella X Elf highlighter. It's called Narhika Glow. Unfortunately, I don't think this is available anymore. You know, I think I need a little bit more glitter. Never thought I would say that, but on my eyes, I feel like I'm losing it a little. This is like a fun party look. Now, let's do liquid eyeliner. I'm using my old school liquid eyeliner. It's by LA Colors. And then I'm gonna go in with my Glamnetic eyeliner so I can do my eyelashes. Put a little bit of mascara. Just slowly blend in with my fake lashes. I think this Kat Von D. Yeah, Kat Von D mascara. It's called Go Big or Go Home. And it's in the color Trooper Black. And this is what the wand looks like. So I'm gonna take the magnetic eyeliner now and just put it along my lash line so that I can just snap those suckers on. My lips are feeling a little dry. I'm gonna put some lip balm. This is from Biosense, the Squalene Rose and Vegan Lip Balm. Home stretch tomorrow. Lashes. I'm wearing Glamnetics on the Lush Lash. And I picked more of these up. Not this particular lash, but I picked up some more lashes from them on Black Friday too. And these lashes, I mean, you can always cut them to fit the shape of your eye, but I have such a big eye. Like, it's like I never have to cut my lashes. Yes. Jabria, do you know that TikTok? So this guy, his goddaughter's in preschool, and so in quarantine he started this thing called Are You Smarter Than a Preschooler? And so he would interview the kids and he'd be like,
Jabria, are you smart?
Yes.
And she always says, yes. So every time like I want to say yes, I have to say it in my Jabria. And they say the funniest things. Like one time, he was like, Jabria, what's COVID-19? And she's like, a phone. And he's like, a phone? He's like, a phone bill. I was like, girl, you so crazy. She's like, he's like, Jabria, are you smart? She's like, yes. Are you sick? Yes. You got a cold? No, I got a hot. This little girl, she's gonna have her own television show. She's already like on Tamron Hall. Like, she's such a personality. I'm just like, and she has her own merch. I was like this close from getting a t-shirt that said, yeah, with this little girl on it. Okay, so for my lippy, unfortunately, the color is no longer available, but this is what I was wearing yesterday. It's from the Lion King Sir John, who is Beyonce's makeup artist, by the way, ex Luminess collaboration. And this is the lip color. It is such a stunning color, and I never want it to go away. I should have bought two, but it's in the color Trouble. So pretty. It's like a brown terracotta. Okay, so what I also do, I go on top and I put a little bit of my Gloss Bomb Fenty Beauty in the color Hot Chocolate. So presto changeo. Hey, I wish it was that easy. But this is the final look, guys. What do you think? I absolutely love it, honestly. The eyeshadow was what I was like most nervous about, and I think that's what I love the most. Like, even though it's sparkly, to me it's a little tame. Just because of the color palette. Like, I love colors like this, like gold and rose gold. So yeah, this is the final look. All right, so if you want to be part of the Curvy Lady family, you have to hit that subscribe button. And if you never want to miss a Curvy Lady upload, you have to hit that bell for notifications. So do those two things and leave me a comment down below. Did you like this look? What do you want to see next? Let me know in your comments. I love to hear from you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Until then, stay lovely. Bye.